Blessed are those who can fill in the bubbles with undying accuracy, who treat the flimsy book of questions as the New Age Gospels. The Messiah has come. Come to a world where success is measured in letters and words like advanced and proficient and unsatisfactory. It's no longer good enough to be simply average. Our school system carries along our children in the gutters beside busy sidewalks. They get surrounded by dirt and grime and bloodstains, and it all just gets carried along with them. Sometimes they pick up beer bottles and cigarette butts, and others just slip through the cracks. We've armed the future with number 2 pencils and little cutout protractors. The foundation of our empire is supported by thousands of bubbled sheets and carbon-sensitive machines. When I get the results back, the know-it-all Cassie who sits in the front row and acts like she's got all the answers is number 17, and I bet that her friends would never guess that she's only proficient when it comes to geometry. And Joe, who sits at the back of the class and never does anything, is number 397. He doesn't do his homework, but I know he's got potential, but I guess that just wasn't the P word they were looking for, because when he looked at the test and said, "Fuck this shit," they labeled him unsatisfactory. He didn't conform. He didn't get swept up in the current, and now he's one of those who slipped out of my fingers and right through the cracks. When they're young and just in grade school, we take a snapshot of their lives and their intelligence, and then we let that follow them for all eternity. We convince them that there's something to despair if they don't understand the difference between a rhombus and a square, like it's going to keep them from getting a job somewhere. Parents are scared. Why wouldn't they be? They don't want to be the only ones with a dummy. So they drill in their children's brains arbitrary facts and dates as though knowing the date of the Spanish-American War is all that's keeping us from the fiery depths of some eternal damnation. It's just lucky that some of us know the difference between Robert E. and Richard H. Lee, because otherwise we'd stand at the brink of total annihilation. I just thank God for that. They want the children to conform, to standardize, and to compromise that very thing that sets each of us free. My scientists can't theorize or hypothesize about the nature of you and me. My poets can't compose with only letters A, B, C, and D. My artists can't shade without using pencils 1 and 3. We call this freedom. Hell, we say it's a democracy. They've spent all of their adolescent lives feeling empowered and free, and in the end it comes down to one day and that trusted number 2 pencil. And I'm sure this is exactly what our founding fathers had in mind. Voters with sharp pencil points and very large erasers.